Hello. Hi, everybody out there who may or may not be joining me tonight. I am Izzy of the NAT30s, and this is a DM prep talk session. I don't have anything super crazy planned for tonight, but I'll get through my announcements, and then I guess I'm going to start working in Foundry on some stuff, and maybe we'll also do some stream raiders. I'll have it on in the background, so anybody who's hanging out can join me for some stream raiders once I actually get that one going. So yes, my announcements. As per usual, thank you to the Armory and Foundry for being sponsors. We have the Armory, who is our local game store here in Fairhaven, Massachusetts. I'm actually in a Acushnet, but we also are part of the Compound Network, which they are live right now. And between the Armory, Tabletop Games in Westport, Mass, and New England Comics in New Bedford, Mass, you can use the word of the week, which it is Monday, so we are starting a new word of the week. You can use the word of the week to go enter and get some in-store prizes at each of those 3 locations. Should you be the winner, I don't know how many people have actually entered into the raffles, but it's every week. They're drawing a winner, and if you are that winner, you can get minis, books, different types of tabletop game accessories, whatever they choose. So again, tomorrow we'll be choosing what the word of the week is because I like the players to help me with that. But be sure to tune in, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is when we just kind of blast that word of the week, and you guys can enter. The compound is live right now, so you should jump over there. They are doing some RCW, SRG gaming, so you can check them out if you are not here for DM prepping. What else? Oh, we have a couple of collaborations, actually. Normal Human Designs. Let's see if this thingy works. Normal Human. I might want to spell normal right. That would help. There you go. You can use the code NAT30 to get 10% off of your order. They are local to Arlington, Massachusetts, and they have created our super special NAT30 dice that I will be getting very soon, and I cannot wait. And we will be giving those away and having them as part of our little swag bags that we give out. Oh, and also Wormwood Gaming, which is another local company to us here, located in Taunton, Massachusetts. They also have a code, NAT30 again, that you can use to get free domestic shipping from Wormwood Gaming. You may know them from Critical Role. They were doing the giveaways of they made their table, and they do the giveaways of the dice trays and dice towers and all that fun, beautiful stuff. So they're right down the street from a couple of our players, and they reached out, and we got that nifty code for you. So I think that might wrap it up for our announcements. I do know that the Armory, if you are local in Massachusetts, Fairhaven area, is running a Pokemon card special. Nothing to do with D&D, but that's our local store. We support all of the different games that they run, and there's some kind of special Pokemon cards this week. Just saying. So, let's, firstly, I'm going to switch to my cluttered, crazy screen with all my stuff on it. And I'm actually I'm gonna throw those stream raiders up here because we're gonna do an easy game to start because I don't really see anybody out there. So if anybody joins, we're gonna have our easy game going. So let's see. We'll get this started. I'm going to be I'm gonna be a rogue. This is supposed to be easy. We'll just keep it level 1. So let's get this game started and we'll see who joins up, if anybody. And closing this down. Alright, so unfortunately on Saturday we were down 2 players, so we did not do our main our mini boss battle, but it gave me a little bit of extra time to kind of plan for what this is going to look like. So I am using Foundry Virtual Tabletop, which is the tabletop of choice for us. And I had I had set up, you know, the encounter. The walls over here are secret doors that Rathmodar and, well, specifically Rathmodar knows about, as Barajos doesn't necessarily know. But I think my encounter's pretty all set here. So, one of the things that I was going to try to like learn how to do with Foundry is active effects. And I kind of have actually a perfect one to maybe do. But I have no idea how to use active effects at all. And maybe I actually need... Actually, I might need to like turn on the dynamic effects using active effects. Auto calculate, confirm, active effect. Okay, allow players to see the details. If off, yeah, I don't want them to see it. So that's all set. Because what I wanted to try to do was frightened. So frightened oh, okay, you can do it in real time. See, I had no idea what this meant to do. So in real time, it's real quick. You can add effects here. Frightened. I wonder if it automatically does it. So I'm gonna get rid of this. So details, frightened. Effect origin none. Duration. We're gonna do if he gets frightened. The reason why he would be frightened, our Firesong, is because he has a cursed sword, and so if he gets frightened, there is no duration. It's just always there for the particular creature that he's frightened of, which I had forgotten the first time this happened because I just made up this cursed item. Turns, rounds. I'm not gonna put seconds. Let's just submit the changes. Effect summary enabled. Timed. Alright, so if it's enabled, what does this mean? You can push it down, I guess, on the list of things that are up. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens if I leave it. And add him to a temporary combatant. Test guy. Initiative 15. Alright. A rakish test guy. So we'll roll this and begin combat. So if it's his turn and he targets something, we'll just say Micaiah is his target, just because it's easier. Magic items. Okay. Arm strike. Did it roll it at disadvantage? That's the question. Oops. Attack. Right. So, I need to figure out how to make the active effect roll at disadvantage. So the effect summary is this. Frightened. Effect is that is it all attacks or is it all everything? Let's see. Oops. Frightened. E. Ability checks and attack rolls. Alright, so we're gonna go with abilities. It doesn't give you abilities all, does it? Charisma. Okay. Bonuses ability check. Skills. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Spells. Nope. Flags. Macro. Alright, let's try. Bonus is all attack bonus. No, I don't know how to make it disadvantage. Oh wow. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to do more reading on this, I think, just because I just don't get it. I just don't understand how the active effects work. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do, I think, was work on, working on the location of Sea Hall at the moment. So Sea Hall, being where, Arik and everybody are more likely to go probably after, and I might be completely guessing on this, but I have a feeling that they'll end up going to Sea Hall first because he'll want to take care of things in Sea Hall. If not, that's fine. I can come up with if they end up going to Baldur's Gate, then they're probably not going to go to Sea Hall. So that will be the toss-up. Either I know that Abaddon has finally put two and two together, so they are going to want to go to. She's going to want to go to Neverwinter. There's also Micaiah, who was told in Waterdeep that the start of her quest is right up the road, so she could want to go there. Vidania wants to continue following the cult, so there's that. And Erdnot wants to go south. And Zan wants to find where Kane is, which I have not decided where Kane is quite yet. So, again, I'm guessing that they're going to want to go to Sea Hall. If they do, then at least, like, I've got this map where I can just kind of show them where they're at, as opposed to building out a whole thing. So I think that is maybe what I will start to do here, is add and create a scene. New. Creating a scene, for me, it's going to be me only for now, and I'm just going to upload the map of Sea Hall, which you can very conveniently type right in here. And I'm going to have to figure out the distance after I import it because I don't quite know. And for the journal notes, I'm just gonna Sea Hall. Oops, not Sea Hall population. Although I guess either one works. Sea Hall there. Weather effect, fine. Global illumination. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want the squares to be. And wait. So let's go to Sea Hall. And actually, they're not going to be getting out of this. Ooh. Same, buddy Brian. Streaming DM Brett. Alright, I think I'm actually going to get rid of most of these because they are going to be fighting only on Tuesday, and I don't need to have all these scenes loaded. So, let's just get rid of them, just keep things from being slowed down in the background. Go to Sea Hall. So, Sea Hall, luckily this, so 100 miles, okay. I'm gonna change the configuration here, and we'll make it smaller, but we'll also make this bigger. So what's that? 772. 15. What? 5. 2. We'll see how that goes. And what I love about this program is just so easy to just quickly change things on your screen. I don't think I want to make this any bigger because it is going to maybe screw with things a little bit. But it's looking like 1, 2, 3, 4. So like every square is 25 miles. Meters? Is that meters? 100 meters. Yeah, that's meters. Yeah. So. But I think that the curfew was put in place just because we had a little election going on. You might have heard of it. Okay, let's see. Offset. I only want a 25. We don't need it to be that big. Offset pixels. Let's see. Vertical. Horizontal. Let's go with. I don't think that did what I wanted it to do. I'll try 15. Oh, that's better. Okay. At least it's you know, within that 100 meters there. So let's do distance is one grid scale is gonna be what, 75 feet? 5 feet. Yeah, this. So when they get in, oops. No, that's not right. Yeah, well, it is. It is right. Okay. So down here on the bottom, we have Murky Mill, which I had made some notes about. The Murky Mill. And Oh, I had written them down. I'm like, where are my notes on the Murphy Mill and everything? It's right here. Written down. I'm gonna my notepad. But I want to make sure I put it in. Maybe it's in my GM notes. No, this is the notes on that. So notable location. Notable locations, we've got Willow and Uncle Bookseller. Mermaid's Rest is the inn, and Foulette's Field is a blacksmith. But in terms of everything else, when Roy and I chatted, I wrote down all of the notable places that are in Seed Hall and why they are called what they're called. So I've got that note somewhere. The curse of a DM is trying to find all your fucking notes here. Okay, so alright, there we go. Okay, so notable locations. We have South Ward. Let me edit this. All right. So I'm just gonna put in all my notes about where everything is. So Port City of Seagull. So hello to everybody out there who might be lurking in chat. I see you. Thank you for hanging out with me while I type random notes here and build out this particular little city. This one's pretty interesting because it does link back to another character, and I know for a fact that they don't know that it links together, but this Thalin. Hey, Skunk9. Hey, John. How are ya? This Thalin Ralofiel is technically a devil, so he's linked back because he's the same devil that messed with Abaddon's great grandfather. So I'm just putting this together. Compound is still up, right? Still doing stuff. Are they playing a game at the moment? I pulled away as I start typing up some of the information here. So we've got South Ward, Traveler's Port. It's going pretty good. I enjoy being on here and actually getting some DM prep done. Like after we're done with Skyreach, it's going to be like open world at that point instead of very railroady, which I know everybody's looking forward to, but I couldn't skip it. Once it got to a point where we're like, we don't really want to do this anymore, you just kind of had to do it and get through it. And I think this last bit is going to be fun for them. It's just been like all of their character development stuff is lurking outside of Skyreach Castle and Horde of the Dragon Queen, so I'm very much looking forward to getting them through this, and then we'll see what interesting things they decide to do when they get out. So South Ward, I didn't have any particular notes on it. Cobbler's Port. I don't have that, but I think this is where Mermaid's Rest is located here. I'm gonna build out Cobbler's Port a little bit more. The green. This is the marketplace. Games, common area, statues. And most of this I asked him, like, why is it named this? Although they were all randomly generated names from the thing that I used to build. That's okay. What is this? Fucking Summertown. This is the main affluent section. Sunhorn, named after there's like a natural rocky horn shaped. I don't know what you call it. Not rocky rock. It's a natural horn shaped rock which is tall enough to be the first thing touches in the morning. Ice walk. Let's see. So merchants from all around come through the Hall's port. So their exotic wares. Spices, rarities, weapons, clothing, art, and stalls. Okay, then the north board is, you know, just north. Breadport. We had a good good suggestion from those in chat. No one remembers why Breadport is named what it is, but the local pun, the most stale part of town, is well up. Dock workers here, mostly. And then we've got Murky Mill. There's a mill there. There's a mill here. That's my note. We can come up with some kind of backstory or whatever for the Murky Mill. Spice Walk seems like it's going to be very, very interesting. Is there a Thieves Guild? That was a question. But other than that, I think, yes, we're pretty much done with that area. So South Ward, let's look at South Ward. Let's look at the map itself and see what these all would be. So area 1, this is going to be the main area where people come in. Actually, let me put the names here, the numbers here, so that I know. Summer Town, Sunhorn, North Ward, oops, Redport, and Murky Mill. Alright, so the South Ward is the main gate. Main entrance, heavily fortified due to its facing the Manor of Dead Men. The Inner Watch, which he called the locals call the Red Caps, so that's also another thing I'm gonna have to throw in here. Law and Order Inner Watch is located in Summertown near Port Lord's Keep. Known as Redcaps. Because he did share with me a version of the Redcaps that he created. Let me see. We've got. I'm gonna do homebrew. I'm not gonna do homebrew monsters. I'm just gonna call it homebrew. Homebrew. So humanoids. Let's add a inner watch guard. This is gonna be non-player character. And I believe I have a picture of it. No? Alright. Do I not have one? I thought I saved it. Oh, son of a bitch. I just updated the world, right? Will all my tokens go away? No, they're all here. Alright, so let me just double check where I put this stuff. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, I am an overplanner, so hopefully I'll see you later. Gonna sit here and drink my wine. All right, so we've got. I'm looking at stuff that you guys can't see, but I am trying to figure out where I put this because I was like 100% positive that I saved the art for the guard. Interesting. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Bye! Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into Firefox and try to save the thing that I swore I already saved. From Hero Forge, which, you know, maybe I will also jump in and create. I do have to create a particular character in Hero Forge, so that might be something that I also do. Takes a lot to load this, and I've got so much going on my computer already, including a Stream Raiders that nobody joined, so I'm probably gonna die. Let's see. Yeah, we've got. You know what? We'll just switch over to that because I don't think, unless I accidentally put it here, which I wouldn't have. No. Yeah, it's not here. Oh, wait. There she is. Ah! Oh, the battle's red. Luckily, I didn't need anybody. Did it all by myself. Yay! I'm the winner. Oh, there's nobody there. That's okay. Alright, I'm collecting all my gold. And I don't think I can buy anything. I don't think I had enough. Oh, wait. I have enough there. And I'm going to upgrade my warrior. And my rogue. Awesome. And I'm going to upgrade this too. Alright, I don't have any more money. Alright, both of these are too hard. So I can't go back. Unless I get more people to join my thing. I'm gonna wait. Okay. So, I have this one, so why don't I have the other guard? Can I just not see it? Is my eyes not working properly here? I don't see it. Maybe I didn't save it. I might have had plans to make multiple versions of it, and that's why. So maybe that's what it is. So here's not. We will actually make just to keep it simple. We're gonna make this one. This lady. So this is actually we can make all of the NPCs here. So this woman here is she is, what the fuck's her name? Her name is okay, here we go. Captain Endara Burnsby. She is the head of the Inner Watch here. She is captain. And we'll start her off there. That background's a little bit much, but that's gonna have to be okay. She pops out when you can see her, but you know what I could have done is, maybe I'll do that later. So Endara Burnsby is a human. Oops, female. Somali. Is gonna be neutral. Neutral good. No, lawful. I'm gonna give her the status of, I think maybe a veteran or a, let's see what other things they've got. But she's just, she is, let me do it. She is better NPC. Whoops. Where did I close it? Oh no. So this happens sometimes when there's some kind of code issue. And I don't know how to fix those because I don't know what I'm looking at. Maybe a default at 5e entry sheet. 5e? Alright, so we've got the tidy sheet for her, which is gonna work out fine. Nope. Find her again. Hold it. And then we'll find monsters. Nope. And maybe a veteran will work. if not a... Do they have like a soldier? No, they don't. No. We'll go with a veteran for now. I'm not gonna import it into her because let's roll. Roll her hit dice again just to see. So we're gonna roll 98 plus 18. Really slow. That's 18. Let's try again. Alright, 68. Yeah, 68 hit points. Her AC, 17. And we'll just take these. So we're going to go with a 16 strength, 13, 14, 10, 11, and 10. That's good. So plus 3, plus 1, plus 2, 0, 0, 0. For biography, I have just a little bit of information that we'll add in here, and I can build on it later. And we'll have to give her some, like, okay, so she's multi-attack. Flint armor. Drag this. Oh. Alright, so let's go to the monster abilities. Monster features. So we've got multi-attack. We'll just drag that in.
Run away!
Hello, Compound viewers. Thank you for joining. This is my DM prep talk. So I am here doing some Dungeon Master prep. How was the stream? Thank you for coming. I don't know if anybody out there is D&D fans, or we play on Tuesdays and Saturdays. By now you're probably pretty familiar with that schedule if you've been watching the Compound long enough. Thank you for the raid! So we do D&D.
Do you find it
Thank you.
reasonable when I say the name? Because
And there was much rejoicing.
Thank you for the cheer. I have to make sure I write that down, just in case it doesn't show up on the thing for the party inspiration, because they're gonna have a big fight tomorrow night. So we mainly do D&D, but I have been dabbling in Among Us and Phantasmophobia. I mean, I play other games, but not usually on stream because my kids are so loud. But we do. We have main campaign on Tuesdays and Saturdays, the Bums of Greenus, self-named, and then on Thursdays it's kind of whatever's going on. Sometimes we do one-shots, Pathfinder conversions, but we're mainly, we're mainly D&D at this point. I'm the only DM who's like consistent, but a couple of other NAT30s are starting to dabble into learning how to DM, so there might be other
do you
games.
find it reasonable
Oh my goodness.
when I say the name? Because
Thank you so much for the cheers. I think that gets them like 75% of the way. Where's my thingy, my bob? Hold on, I'll find it. I'll find it. It might pop up right in the middle of my face, but there it is at the bottom. All right, so if we add another, we're probably at like 60 something percent for their inspiration. So, you know, that is wonderful, and it inspires people to get them there during the stream. We have changed the way that we do our giveaways. Oh, I just see Stargate SG-1 and Altered Carbon. Oh, they're making games of those? I did not realize that. I've only seen the first season of Altered Carbon, but that's because like after I started DMing, I lost all time that I had before when I was only taking care of my kids. I got my hobby back, and now this is all I do. So let me make sure that I write down this 1100 bits. So when we play here on stream, you can also grant like rerolls and inspiration and everything to the players through these stickers that I've got somewhere, probably like right up there somewhere. And you can reroll if one of them were to die, which, you know, I hope doesn't happen because we've got like a long campaign, kind of like with characters that they really care about and love. So, but it could happen. We have the ability to bring them back, but it's not easy. And you can also grant them inspiration, like 1d4 or 1d6. And then, of course, we do have our giveaways, which is now once a month, but it's a bigger prize. And you can use your channel points to enter those now. So we're doing much bigger prizes instead of, you know, $5 minis or $9 minis. We're going to be trying to pull together, you know, $30 to $50 prizes that one person wins, and you don't have to be present to win. That's the other thing that I wanted to change, because before we were doing it here, you had to be here, you had to be watching. We had a lot of people who are typically with us, but then like that particular day they couldn't watch, and so I didn't think that was all that fair. So you can use your channel points, one of the things, and enter as many times as you like, as many times as you have channel points for. You can also brawl and battle in our chat and get more crits and arrows, and use those to get extra tickets. So, you know, thank you for coming and joining. I am using Foundry. I wonder if Foundry will have SG-1 and Altered Carbon available, because they're constantly adding new game worlds and to the compendium. I'm sure it's not there yet, but when it does come out, they've got something like 20 or 30 different game systems already in here, so it could happen. Foundry is not free, but it's free for the players. It is a one-time purchase for the DM. And you caught me in the middle of actually like doing one of the things that I love in Foundry, which is I can go into the D&D 5e SRD stuff on the side that I have mostly covered. But I can pull up different things and search for the features that I'm looking for, and different items, which I'll actually pull up the items too, and I can just drag and drop them into the character that I'm creating. It's an NPC that's going to be showing up in one of my players' towns that he built. So it's like I was saying, it's a one-time $50 purchase, but there's a bunch of modules. I'm going to get totally distracted going on a whole thing about how much I love this program, but I'm going to show you one really cool one because everybody loves the digital dice on D&D Beyond, but you have to pay for them. Where this has a Dice So Nice module, and you can go in and you can design your own 3D dice, and it's a free module, so basically you pay for it, you pay for Foundry, and then all these extra modules that come with it, things like use digital dice, or switching up the character sheets, or adding spell effects and weather effects to your screen and everything, all of that's free. So these are dice that I designed for this particular world. You can have different worlds and make different dice. All the players can have their own unique dice that they create. So this is one that everybody enjoys playing around with. And when you roll them, I'll close this out. I'm just gonna make all of these smaller for now. Double click and make them small. So when you roll it, I don't think I've got a guy on the screen yet. I think it went back up to my... So you roll a d20, let's say, and it will roll it right on the screen. And I just rolled a general d20, so there's no, you know, extra stuff on there at the moment. But yeah, when anybody rolls any dice for any reason, it shows up on the screen. If you've got 6 different people and they all have different colored dice, you get to know their dice, you can see them rolling. Technically, my roll just now was hidden from anybody else who might have been here, but there's nobody there. The other cool thing is, as I'm making, so let me just throw Captain Endara. I'm just going to get the rest of her stuff in here. So she doesn't have any other features, but I do want to give her another, I want to give her a long sword. That's what the veterans have. So for those out there who use Roll20, that's what we came from. No apologies, please. This is technically a community stream. It was pretty quiet in here for a little while, but yeah, I can answer any questions that I might know the answers to. I am a new DM. I've only been doing this for about 10 months. Like different systems to try to help out with jamming. Emberwind. You jam collectively and the enemies have the grid. You roll with a d6. So not one person needs to be... Oh, okay, that's cool. Emberwind. Am I on that Discord? That sounds very familiar to me. Hold on, let me double check. If I'm on that one. What's this? I am on Emberwind Discord. Someone else told me about this one before. And yeah, I'm in there, but I don't remember why. Somebody must have told me and I joined in to try to check it out and probably forgot because that's what happens to me. But, oh, okay, that must be it. Did they use the reverse D20 system or the low? Oh, the low. I have not seen that before, actually. Did they do the Inspirals, or is that a different? Maybe that was there was some Kickstarter I must have seen with them. I wonder if they're in here. Should I save this? Okay, so she's got a long sword and a short sword and a heavy crossbow. Okay, that's not everyone. No. So long sword, short sword. So you can really quickly drag stuff in here, and was it a heavy crossbow? I can make it whatever I want. Yes, it's a heavy crossbow, multi-attack, 2 longsword if it's short sword. Okay. +2 athletics and perception. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of that, but we're gonna do a heavy crossbow with her. And some bolts. Several of them. And that'll be enough for her. When I edit it, you can add however many that she might have. I'm going to say she's got 20. She's captain of the guard here, so got a little fly trying to drink my wine. So you also play SRG, or you just watch? people play. I've never played it myself. I do have plans to get over to James's studio at some point in the future and check it out. But full-time job, 2 small children, DMing all the time. I just haven't found the time. I think I have some winnings too over at Tabletop Games I need to go pick up. Let's see. She makes 2. I'll edit this. Makes 2 sword attacks. She has 2 weapons drawn. She can attack with both of them. So we'll just save that. Then the for this particular NPC, the character artwork was made with Hero Forge, and that was created by the player who made the whole town that's in the background here. And one of the really cool things that you can do in Foundry too is when you pull up anything really, but like this character artwork, you can press the show players button, and if anybody was there, I don't want to do it now because when they pop in they're going to see her, but if anybody was there, it would show this image on their screen. So if I ever want to show people stuff, I can just like have the image come up on my screen, and then I click this button, and everybody can see it. So that's really very convenient. Shit, I had forgotten what it was perception and athletics maybe. So I can add perception, athletics for her, and I'm gonna edit this down here. And I'm going to add a little thing about her parents from his explanation. And I could probably create both of her parents as well because I'm pretty sure I have their images. But Adson, and Burnett. And once I create them, I'll just drag and drop the characters actually into her description so that I can click on them instead of trying to go find them again later. So she's good to go. I actually wonder if I should have a named NPCs. Do I have named? I do. I have named NPCs there. So this captain should go here instead. So, named NPCs, let's make ads. Actually, let's make Burnett because I already have her started. And did I save her? I had to have saved her. Where is she? There she is, Burnett. Whoops. Nope. So again, here's Burnett, little old lady Burnett. Bennett. It's Bennett, not Burnett. Bennett Burnsby. The cool thing about this one too is that there's all different types of game systems in there. So as I mentioned, D&D 5e is what we're playing on, so we have all of that in there. But if you've got all different types of game mechanics, it's probably built in, so you don't have to worry about, you know, if there's exploding dice or whatever. It's all coded into whatever game system that you're already playing. Yep. So Bennett, she's like a little old lady, so there really isn't much to go on here. I'm gonna just go ahead and create her husband, Adson. And we're going to Hey, hey! Thanks for joining. How are you doing? I am just kind of throwing together some NPCs for the world, or the little city that one of my players made. So, oops. I've got Addison here. I'm gonna put there. And Bennett that I am putting there. And this is one of the things I love about this program, is that once I hit save, if I did it correctly, I can just click on all the links that I put in and it will bring me to the character sheets that I've linked here. Yay! One of the things I'm looking forward to so much is seeing those painted minis on a table in James's studio when we are all playing together. Hopefully when, you know, the virus has been taken care of for the most part. I cannot wait, because I have all these ideas of like having minis all over the place, and people can like adopt a mini and be like really part of the game, and like get an NPC made and like get the mini made. I just want to do all of that stuff and get people like involved, and then also seeing our faces, and then also I don't have to run the stream. That would be great. I messaged I've got 2 players who still have to get me the STL files for their minis, which I'm pretty sure that they already got them, but they just haven't sent them to me. So those are coming at some point. Just south, Muddy Hammer Tavern, just south of the North. Oh, right there. That's where it was. Actually, so I'm gonna throw down a quick journal entry for, what was this? Before I forget, because I went for Muddy Hammer Tavern, which is where the guards go. We'll add on to that later. But just so that I know where it is, I'll put it right there and make it into a anchored. So it is actually right there. That's where exactly where it is. Lots of terrain and really cool buildings. Yes. I want to do a combination, if I can, of the virtual tabletop and real like 3D terrain. We'll see how it goes, because like when we were playing in my living room, I was just drawing out the maps as we went, as you do. I remember when I was growing up, my dad had a ton of terrain, tons of it. I don't know what happened to it. It could be all in storage at this point. But he played all different types of war games, as well as D&D, and dabbled in Warhammer and everything, but he had a ton of historical war games, and they always had terrain, and I don't know how he kept, like, where he stored it. I have no idea. I have a feeling that a bunch of it is in a storage unit somewhere, I think in Connecticut, but we will see. I cannot wait. So I don't know. Yes, I cannot wait to see when my husband did the color mini from Hero Forge. It came out pretty good for a 3D printed model, so I can't wait to see painted, like hand painted. Yeah, I bet it is a treasure trove. He had so many games, thousands of games. So I just need to work with my stepmom to get over there. We just haven't been mentally ready. It's been 2 years, almost 3, but we're still like, working through the loss. So when we get there, we'll be ready to go check out the storage unit and see what all is in there, because he did give me a ton of games. I have pretty much like every Munchkins expansion, which is another thing that I would like to do when we are playing in the studio. Is I've just got so many games. I'd love to have a game night, maybe Thursdays or something, and stream that from the studio, where I have Diplomacy and Settlers of Catan and all of these like Munchkins expansions, Munchkin Apocalypse, Super Munchkins, Munchkin Foo. I've got like tons of them over there. And I'm sure that there's a bunch more in that storage unit. Just have to get there. Let's see. The hull and keel is actually in Redport, so I'll make a little thingy for that too. Why does this not want to go down? Oh, I see, because it won't expand out big enough. Alright, let's make this smaller. There we go. Alright, so the hull and keel, I think he had said is in Bredport, and I'm pretty sure that's where Bredport is. Yeah. So let's say it's gonna be facing inwards. So you gotta have, we only have the taverns all mapped out here. Hull and Keel Tavern. This is where the dock workers go. Let's see, so I have more people. Maybe I can get some stream raiders going. Let's see. If not, my guy's gonna die. Let's try this easy one. This is an easy one. So let's see what happens. We've got, let's do the rogue right in the center, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so hull and keel, this is where the dock workers go. We'll save this here, and this is the wonderful thing that I love about using this program, is I can just kind of like drag where I think the hull and keel would be. Maybe it would, no, that's a pretty big building. I'm gonna say it's right here. I'll make that a tinker too. I should probably make the icon a little bit smaller. Okay, 32 it has to be, that's fine. And that's where it's gonna be. So we've got 2 taverns there. This is gonna be the Port Lord's home. So keep in the summer town. I'm just gonna call it the Summer Keep. Summer Keep. We'll come up with a reason why it was called that. This is Port Lord. And that's right here. And we can use a castle or a tower. Maybe a tower. Yeah, we'll use the tower there. So it's not a very big map, but it gets the point across. This is the green. Not a super detailed one either, but this is probably what I would show them, just to have something there. So also in Sea Hall, these notes here, Southward relationship to, one spell 2, right? Relationship 2, alright. So Southward is where Boulette's shield. So the Southward is down here. She would be probably somewhere over here. So let's do a Bullets shield entry. We'll add more details to that. And maybe even an image. I'm gonna say... We'll go with this little L building right here. And I think... Is there like a sword? There's a sword. I'll make this one smaller too. So, this is going to be right. Yes. We'll update this a little bit. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. So, that's where Bullet Shield is. Each one of these squares here is about 75 feet. So, if that's about right, so 600 feet. Yeah. So not a super huge city. It's only about a little bit more than a half a mile. Oh, thank you for adding. I won't die entirely now. Unless I'm reading this wrong, but 200 meters looks right. I think so. Yeah, I think so. So, in the keep, in Summer Keep, we've got Peter Amsel, and he's got an advisor. And so what I wanted to do next is actually go into Hero Forge, and I want to create the advisor. Technically, the advisor is this dude over here. Who I was starting to build out. Technically, is this guy. But he doesn't present himself this way. So I want to build what he does present himself as, and then add that character to this. So I'm going to open up Hero Forge here, and share my screen here. Is this? Go. Let's see if I can come up with different music. I'm gonna log out of this because I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the time just creating this guy. Let's find something else. We've got from music. This one's interesting. We'll do that one. Okay, so I'm gonna create this this elf that is technically Osguruth, but he calls himself something else. Thalin, I think it was that I did. I'll name it whatever it ends up being once I remember what it is. So I'm gonna go with an elf because that's what he has presented himself as. He is going to be, so I am also, I was a backer of the Hero Forge colored minis back in last year about this time, I think it was. And I also decided to get a subscription, which, you know, has its perks. So they've got all these like pretty cool extra heads and stuff that you can do. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better. Come on. Not really. That's fine. You won't see some stuff, but and then they also have some decals and stuff that's better right now. So for his ears, this is probably gonna be fine. Although, yeah, we'll go with those ears. His hair, I wanted it to be like super like extra hair. Not like that though. That's a bit much. Even that's a bit much. Toss up. Shoulder length, wavy. So this guy is like he's a. Actually, that might work. No. Well, if he does something really pretty in the front, we'll leave it like this. Party in the back. He is a devil that it has introduced himself to the Port Lord and is providing him with money and everything in exchange for this like interesting contract deal where he will be given the souls of all of the soldiers that the Port Lord gets to sign up for his army. This demon also, or devil, also was the reason for Abaddon's creation in the first place, as he had gotten a contract built with her great-grandfather for his soul, but also in exchange a couple of other family souls. And as a result, she was then born with the tiefling curse. So he's presented himself to this king. I have not seen, let's see. I have heard about like the Hero Forge. I've heard about the Hero Forge, like terms of service, and people are nervous about it. Is that what this is? This isn't really one. Funny, there's a Hero Forge ad right here.
This is a community-supported legal education channel. Find out how you can support our mission at the links in the description below.
Hello everyone, I'm Leonard French, your favorite copyright attorney, and today we're talking about the Hero Forge Minis site and their terms of service, which seem to claim ownership to your copyrights. And so I thought I would talk about what's going on here and sort of do a legal evaluation, try to give you a lawyer's perspective. To be fair, this is going to be my opinion. Maybe Hero Forge has some other reasoning for this that I missed or something, but let me know your thoughts after you've watched the video, of course. So this popped up on my Twitter feed from Fox. Hey, Hero Forge Minis, do you have some clarification on this bit in your TOS? Because the wording here sounds like if someone uses your service to make a miniature of their pre-existing character, you take ownership of their IP. That's super shady if true. And then Aquilux down here asks me, is this a scummy TOS in so many words? And I answer, but we're going to go over that together. So first, what is Hero Forge? Well, I went to their website, and it looks like it is some kind of custom miniature website, and after you give it a moment to load, it loads up a interface that allows you to create various different miniatures and then maybe customize them. Here I'm clicking the random button here. They all seem to have halos. I'm not sure what's up with that. That might have something to do with the random button I'm clicking. And then you can colorize and make your miniatures look like something. But then what does it mean when you create something with this? Do you own the copyright? Do they own the copyright? Who knows? Well, first, some basic concepts of copyright. So copyright protects your creative authorship, whatever you fix in a tangible medium of expression, and certainly a cloud drive or a local is a couple share links, and then there's a settings link, and then there's a terms link. And when you go to the terms, and maybe we zoom in a little bit, it says Sky Castle Studios LLC. You must be 13 years of age or older. These are the site terms and conditions. String any of its right, title, and interest in or to the character designs or the content. Okay, that seems pretty egregious, but before we roast anybody for having a scummy terms of service, let's see, maybe there's a definition of what the character designs are. Now here they have said all character or other designs or any 3D models that you may create on or through the site, and then they call that character designs. But if I just highlight this and then copy it and then search for it, does it appear anywhere else? Let's see. Sky Castle offers for purchase model files that may include character designs, and then it calls that 3D models. Any text, photographs, artwork, etc. that you submit or post to the website or otherwise provide to us, including without limitation any content you include in a profile you may create on our website, but not any character designs, which are owned exclusively by Sky Castle Studios, are referred to as user content. Okay. And then it's back up here to the intellectual property clause. So a few other quick sections in here. There is a section about indemnity. So if there is a dispute over your character design, you have to pay their bills. And there's really not anything else in here that otherwise waives anything. It actually expressly says here that our waiver of a breach of any provision shall not be taken or held to be a waiver of the provision itself. So in other words, if they don't enforce something against you, that doesn't mean that they're never going to be able to enforce something against you. So I posted about this on Twitter as well. My answer was that it appears that they own the entire character design, even what you contributed to it. So if you decided to use their tools, this website, to make a unique character, well, they own the entire character. They would not own other things not related to the website. So if you used the character in a story, they don't own the story, but they would own the character. So you should know that. You should only make characters using this if you're okay with the fact that they own the entire character and they can limit what you can do with that character. They do have a section here that says that Title II and risk of loss damage passes from us to you at the time we deliver the products to you directly in the case of digital delivery or to the common carrier for.
Yeah, so I think that they maybe have worded their TOS incorrectly and should probably fix it, because I'm not a lawyer and this guy is, but at the same time, like, I don't know that you could own a character because they created it, because you created the design. I think they need to update it. Because that just doesn't seem like, how do you own anything other than what was created in with their 3D models? I think that they're just like super protective of their 3D model thing. I just don't see that they would like care to own an entire character. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I'm just a regular old person, so right. Well, so Facebook, like, they might own the rights to the photo, but like, I don't think they could prevent me from selling pictures of my own kid if I wanted to sell pictures of my kid, you know? Yeah, no, I agree with you, Thorium, that like, if they have a bad terms of service writer, a bad legal writer, then they need to like update that because that it's legal. It's legalese. It needs to be correct. It needs to be right. I do think that the way that they wrote it is not correct. Yeah. Well, so I guess that's where it gets a little bit tricky is, you know, we've on our stream, we have our characters are their tokens, but it's like, why would you allow people to make tokens if I'm not selling anything using their tokens, although I guess they could argue that like the stream itself, but I'm not making money off of the use of their tokens. So I don't know. It's like you definitely can't put their token on a shirt and sell the shirt and make money off of it. Like that I know for sure. So, and that makes sense, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I know that they have like good software that people are interested in using. So well, I guess if it's in a monetized video, I mean, that's the rub. So my I don't know the rules, but like, so we have our videos up on YouTube and stuff, but we don't make any money from that. So in terms of the stream, like technically our stream is like the bits that come in from the playing of the game, but I don't know if they would have. That's the thing about America. We have all these wonderful laws. Nobody knows how to interpret, except people know how to exploit them to like sue you if they want. What the embodiment of our current president is all about. So if you upload a character design, it's good they can use it in future promos. Yeah, that's what I kind of pictured too, is like anything that I've created in here, they have access to take it and use it however they want, which, I mean, for me, I don't really care about that as long as they don't come after me to you know, sue me for having it on the stream as a representation. Although I would think too, for those of us who are streaming, like you would want people to see your tokenizer and token maker and photo booth and everything. You would want to see it being used, because then it gets the word out there, like here's Hero Forge and look at the things you can do with Hero Forge. So oh yeah. No, you're right too with the open license music. That's true. I've been hearing a lot about that as well. I've been using Kevin MacLeod, who I believe has expressly stated that he has no intentions of closing his license. He's on Critical Role, he's on all these other things, and as long as you give credit to everything that he does, he's fine. But yeah, the average user, we're not gonna get like big or anything, but you never know. People get sued. If they own the IP and sell or transfer it later, you can end up dealing with a different company. That's true too. And that's right. And if that were to happen, and you know, like, I wonder often about like taking down the videos off of YouTube or making them all private or something along those lines, because YouTube is really what worries me as opposed to Twitch. For the music, I've heard that Twitch is like being really strict, but because the videos only last a certain amount of time, and I'm not trying to become YouTube famous, I wonder if maybe making them private would be better, because then we don't necessarily have to worry about the stuff that we put up. And you know, again, we're not Critical Role. People aren't going back and watching all of our VODs and everything. Like, it's just not happening. They're more private for when the players kind of like don't get to come and play the game. We have like 25 followers on YouTube, so. When I'm buying my art, the understanding is that I get to use it for my commercial purposes. Yeah, well, so the thing with these like minis too, we have a bunch of minis that actually the Brush Republic, who's in our chat, is painting for us, and that Fusion Forge 3D printed for us, and it was very clear in the TOS that you cannot sell them after. So we have them, we can do them for giveaways, which I'm fine with. Critical Role got in trouble for their very first video. Their overlay blocked the attribution and the artist complained. Oh wow. Well, also they are famous already. They were already famous people. Not to say it can't happen to us, but yeah. I've seen a lot of people, like more recently, the whole streamer thing. I think in the past year when people started to have more access to it and people started to see it, and then the Twitch streams went from like 2 million to like 9 million in a month, including us. We were part of that 9 million. Yeah, people suddenly started paying attention to Twitch streamers and the, you know, $100 we make a month off of everything that we're doing. Hey, Lord Byron! Thanks for coming and hanging out. I've got a fly that wants a piece of my wine. I was just putting together a visual look of this dude who I am making a 5. I think he'd be pretty tall. An elf version of my devil, like what he hides himself as when he is not a devil. He is wearing, and then we're also talking about copyright laws. He would not be wearing this. No, he would not be wearing any of that. Never mind. I don't want skulls on his stuff. And they don't have like super flowy robes that I recall. I don't want that hat. Copyright is theft. I guess. That's the world, though. They ain't changing it. That's for sure. Too many people make a lot of money off of that. Let's see. I'm teaching people how to play D&D as I also learn how to play D&D. So, it's educational. I think this works. Sort of. Let me see. What? No, I don't want that. He would be very, very, like, this guy's, like, just, he is not normally an elf, obviously, so he just wants to be, like, the elfiest elf he can possibly elf. So, find these robes, not a tavern girl skirt. I wish you could kind of, well, I mean, when I draw him, if I were to draw him, I would draw much flowier robes than what I have options for here. But, he's kind of like a fake elf, so I don't know. He's just like created an elf visage that he's using. So he's not any particular type because he's technically this guy. Are you? Baddies. You're bad. Technically this guy. In disguise. So. He's just an elf. He's just like something that he's thrown together. Why? Yeah, sure, he's a half elf. That works. Half devil, half elf. Where'd the guy go? Oh, his feet. What would he have? What's going on? Oh, somebody plays Lord Byron. Thank you. Thanks for adding a guy. I still can't get past like this first level. I feel like this guy would wear high heels. I'm gonna see how he looks in high heels. Let's see. Not those, not those. Oops. Yeah, I like them. Just gonna wear heels. Thank you for adding an Epic Warrior. 2 minutes left to join the Stream Raiders. Don't forget, you can join, you can enter the giveaway, those of you who are hanging out, by using your critties. We've got 4,500. You can also name an NPC. You can redeem a Micaiah Serenade, which that's worth going back to the VODs for, because our very own Annie sang everybody a song 2 sessions ago, and it was beautiful. Let's see. Fantasy? Oh, Modern Fantasy. Okay. I don't know what. No, he is supposed to be unassuming, so I'm gonna go more towards his pose. I need to get the right pose here. I think I'm gonna have his arms together, his hands together. So. Looking this up. Alright, let's try again. We'll bend that. His arm in? What's this? Okay, yeah. I want his arms, his hands to be... Uh-oh, the battle's about to begin. Okay. I do want his hands to be in more. We'll get there, we'll get there. This is where it gets a little complicated. Nope, I want them in. But I want it to be kind of more rested. Okay, we'll try that to start. And clavicle, cool little wackadoo. What did I do to make this work? Looks like he was like in. So you save these files and use them in Foundry for free. Yes, I do. So Foundry is hosted on my own server, and all of the files are on my computer. So you just can put everything into the different folders and then link to it within Foundry, and there it is. It's there for your use. Let me go to my screen readers. Okay, let's see how we go. This is supposed to be an easier one. Woo! Oh no. Oh, good. It's easy, so we'll win. We'll win, we're winning. Not too bad. Lord Byron, you got all of the good things. Oh no, now we gotta go to like a super hard one. There's no way to go back. I should have gone down. Can I go there? No, I can't. It just jumps you straight into like epically hard. Hard. Alright, I'm gonna need everybody's help if I'm gonna beat this one. I'm gonna have to go into. So yeah, I save all of the art for everything. You can save just like random pictures, backgrounds. I can show you again. See. I'm gonna try to cheat on Stream Raiders, and good night. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Can't wait to see the painted minis. The Brush Republic. Do I have? I don't think I have a thing. Here. Our Compound Network friends. The Brush Republic is in this list. Second one down. You can check out the Instagram, which will bring you to the website. Go in. It's gonna work. I don't know. I don't know my password. I can never remember my Twitch password on the other one. So. Oh, I have to place my guy first. Alright, I think... to this guy. So here we go. We'll find out how it goes. So yes, you can place your all of your images, all of your maps. I have so many maps. I'm gonna throw some quick color on this guy. Thank you, Lord Byron. I'm gonna throw some quick color on him, and so they've got like all these different decals and paints now. But his hair is gonna be blondish. That's what he's going for. With his slumpy shoulders. I'll fix that later. They've got different colors you can do now. He's got all these like beautiful highlight. And let's see. Theme. Let's see what his colors would be. I'm thinking we go for like a purplish color. Maybe. No, maybe it would be more reddish. I'll work on those shoulders later. Let's see here. There's like I've definitely upgraded it. Yes. Purple and gold. There you go. Let's see, where is purple and gold? So I kind of like this purple, and we can change. Yeah, they definitely did. They did a full upgrade of all of this. Copper gold. So we've got gold here. We can add some gold to his rings. Add some silver too. This is rose gold here. Then some gold. I'm gonna make his clothing gonna be some white, I think, in there. put some more gold on these little thingies that are down here. They look like they're supposed to be metal. Boy, that's an interesting look. Yeah. Well, so the way that he's technically the devil itself, because the devil is whispering in Peter's ear. He can only be in this form for a little bit during the day, so he hides out most of the time. But this devil is Abaddon's big bad, basically. Little bad, because Tiamat's technically the big bad. But he's the one that Abaddon needs to speak to. So if I get a chance to like draw this guy out, I would add. I'm trying to come up with like a symbol. Look there. A symbol for something that is going to be on him. It's going to be chain related, which I really wish they had like chains or something, which I wanted to take a look at actually, because he's a chain devil. This chain, but these are chain weapons. So some kind of chain symbol that's going to be on his clothing, as well as a box that is in Abaddon's great-grandfather's tomb, that he was the gift that the devil had given him to create money, and it's a part of the whole contract that he signed. And then because Lauren, who plays Abaddon, added this whole love of trinkets and stuff, it will be interesting if I have to figure out a way that she can find out how to use the box. And if she decides to use the box, then, you know, that's going to trigger a whole conversation with this devil. But the devil is technically, he is currently hanging out with Lord Peter. If they go to Sea Hall first, and they were to kill this guy, he'll end up back in hell, the 9 hells, and then they could, in theory, travel down to the 9 hells, and also maybe, perhaps, try to save her grandfather's soul. What is this? Oh, it's a bill? Oh, cool, I didn't see these. Yeah, it might have been a little bit of overkill, but he is chatting it up with Court Lord Peter, who is trying to kill Auric, who is another player character, and the character is he's got to figure out how to get to Peter and chat with him, or kill him, whatever he decides to do. It's up to him. So there's like a little bit of interconnection here while I was trying to figure out how am I going to get these people all like willing to do the same quest together, because they met as strangers. Love those heels. They look so good in them. But I think I want to make them brown. Yeah, my goal is creating that rich backstory. There's so much going on in this game. So we're running Tyranny of Dragons, but in the meantime, I also have just everybody's got backstories and everybody's got stuff going on. Luckily, one of the backstories is intertwined into Tyranny of Dragons. So Vidania, Rachel, who plays Vidania, her sister is an up-and-coming somewhat major bad guy. Like, I think that she's gonna be connected with Narenvain, which will be like a level 12 fight. And she's part of the cult of the dragon right now, so I wonder if I can make his eyes a little bit creepy. Like, maybe that's the one thing that maybe gives him away, is that maybe he's got like a bloodshot eye all the time. I don't know. Planescape. I don't think I know that one. I know GURPS and Pathfinder, but Planescape can literally go anywhere in the world system. Eldrin Tulani has a PC aid to the party. Nice. So as a DM, or like you were a PC guest? PC? Oh, Plane Chase. Plane Chase. Still haven't heard of it. Still don't know it. Okay. So you joined in, did you join in the game like a little bit later? Or right off the bat and you were... Oh, Plane Chase. No, still don't know it. I have stuck with just very basic stuff. I hadn't played in a while before becoming a DM, and then we jumped into Tyranny of Dragons. So like I played since I was about 9, but you know when you're 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, jumped back in for a little bit. Then life took over and I had no hobbies. So I'm just learning everything all over again. Because I think the last time I had played was like 3.5 or 2. I don't remember. Or advanced, I mean. And I was young. Really young. I want to give him like a crazy eye, but I also feel like that might give it away. Thanks, Lord Byron! Last I remember, it turns out my elf died. 6 years passed. Oh, that's cute. That's very sweet. An elf angel. A weird ring? I can do anything. I can do anything I want. I can't put the eyes on there though, so I can't do anything I want. Never mind, I lied. Let's see, we can do an we can do almost like a ring that's got like an eye on it, like a red eye. Let's see, what does this look like? That's a creepy looking kind of ring. I can't get any closer, but thank you for hanging out. How do I say? P4R, wait, Paris P3 Parasite. I was gonna get there. I was gonna get there eventually. Thank you, Lord Byron. It was gonna happen. Thank you for hanging out. It's less entertaining when it's just me, I will say. The players keep me on my toes. Are you from the Massachusetts area or no? That's a kind of creepy looking ring. I mean, as creepy as you're gonna get with a 3D model with a face like this. Jersey. I lived in Delaware. Not that that's super close to Jersey, but I drove up to Jersey and did and sold shit on the street in Jersey for a little while when I lived in Delaware. Okay, SRG Super Show. Yep. I actually don't know that I've ever seen the game actually being played, but James is great, and when life gets back to normal-ish, we plan on playing in his studio and streaming D&D from the studio. So I cannot wait to start working on that. Gold. Wrap all the way around. There we go. They play it at New England Comics. Oh! New England Comics? You've been to New England Comics once? I went there to drop off our giving this guy all kinds of gold. I went there to drop off our jar. So if you're like local to in the area, you can go over to the Armory or New England Comics or Tabletop Games in Westport, and you can enter the weekly drawing to win stuff at each of those stores. All of them have stuff you can win. I don't think anybody has entered, but you should, because if no one else is entering, then that means you win automatically. Just saying. But we're working on it, trying to get more local viewers. Okay, yeah, the New England Comics that he goes to, that one's in New Bedford. So James, Lord Byron James DeMello, he was a photographer that I worked with when I was doing the modeling thing. I worked with him a couple of times, and he has a studio in New Bedford where they run SRG Super Show, and they have a Twitch channel and everything, and I connected with him because he's building out the Compound Network, which is a bunch of, there's 3D printers, mini painters, Counterclockwise on YouTube, their channel, us, and once everything gets rolling kind of normal, he has a studio where we can set up a table and play, and then he's got like a whole video equipment setup, and we will stream from his studio. Like, I hate to say it because it's like, you know, again, we're not Critical Role, but Critical Role style, where like there's cameras, there's three cameras set up, and someone else deals with it, and I don't have to deal with it, and I can just DM, and it should be a lot of fun because we're gonna have the table and everything set up. So I cannot wait. So yeah, James and I reconnected a few months ago. Before he ended up getting sick. He got COVID, but he has recovered, so that is wonderful news. And we had connected a few weeks, a couple months actually, before he got sick, and talked about it, and I'm like all about it. I cannot wait to play in person, because the dynamic of the group that we have, it was just so much better in person, as I'm sure everyone can imagine. That's why. Yeah, it's gonna be great, and I just hope that everybody feels comfortable. So, you know, we're all. Oh, he does not. Oh no. You know, once we've got the vaccine and everything, it's not like the virus goes away. So my only thing is that I'm hoping that everybody feels comfortable playing in person again, because I'd be very sad if they did not. This guy does not smile. Nope. Might have a little sneer. Okay, let's find a different pose though. I feel like he's got to have something in his hands, but it can't. Woo! That's a bit much. Yeah, there's gonna have to be, so there's 6 players and me, and then there's gonna be like the 2 other people who do the studio stuff, but I don't know, we're gonna have to wing it. We'll have to see. Parasite, I wish I could find a GM such as yourself willing to online games. Yeah, it's hard. We play Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then Thursdays are up in the air. So we do have a Discord, and we're trying to do one-shots on Thursdays. So we have like a Wandering Adventurers chat that when a one-shot is ready, we add people into it, and then you can like try to get into it and and it's either me or my husband actually who's done a couple of them, and he's prepping another one. Actually, he's done one. He's prepping his second one. And then we're willing to have other DMs come in, and they're usually open to players. So my kids are really tiny. They're 2.5 and 4. And so it's kind of a little bit crazy to try to get them to sleep sometimes. These weapons are insane. And he looks so, nonchalant with it. So when they get older, as they get older, and it gets a little easier to get them to go to sleep without having a total meltdown consistently, we might be able to play more often, which is another thing I'm looking forward to doing. Oh, his son's 22 months. Oh, yes. My youngest is, what would that be? Hold on, I gotta do math with my hands. 24. 31 months. He'll be 3 in April. So it's you know because you're there too. It can be hard, and you really want to play, but then if they don't go to sleep, like Vidania, who also plays with us, she's got 2 as well, one who is a year older than my 4-year-old, and one who is a month younger than my 2-year-old. So last session on Saturday, she couldn't even play because they were both up and freaking out and screaming, so we weren't able to have our battle, but that's what our starting screen says. I'll show you. Once our babies go to sleep, we'll be rolling. We just kind of deal with it. That's what's happening, and that's okay. Stream on weekends, and it's tough if my son doesn't go to sleep. Yep. So what are you streaming on? So much for incognito. Yeah, I know. If I have this thing up, there's no way. He's walking around and then he's got this shit going on. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, video games. Gotcha. Well, I don't know who's out there, but we can do a shout out. Get you some additional people who can check you out. Oh, get your bum. I always forget. I'm like, why is Lenny saying stuff about butts? But it's because I have bum in there. No, you are. He wouldn't have a familiar though. This guy. He's a demon. He's a devil. He would eat it. Well, I hope you get to check us out tomorrow night, actually. I've been prepping for like a week for this fight, and it just hasn't happened, but a lot of life craziness has happened. Lord Byron, I do have, I'm sure, I don't know. I don't know if you've talked to Brooke, but shit's crazy right now, so I'm sure she can catch you up with a little bit of what's going on. Does your wife stream too, Parasite? The stream is at 9 p.m. Tuesday, actually every night that we stream, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It's at 9 p.m. if we can make it happen at 9 p.m. That's our goal usually. And on Tuesdays we don't go too late. It's usually about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, Eastern time, sorry, because everyone's tired and it's the middle of the week. This week we don't have to go to work, most of us, I think, the next day, so that's a good thing. But most weeks we're trying to be done by 10:30, 11, and then on Saturdays we play until about midnight. And like that's how we get our 4 hours ish in for the week, split into 2 sessions. It's going to be an entire battle this next session that we have, because they are like, when we start the next session, they will roll initiative and we will start the fight and we'll see how it goes. They're fighting red wizards, so I hope they will not be eaten, because that would be creepy, I think. The dragon is down below. I don't think they're gonna go for the dragon, which will be interesting. And I kind of have to. I'm not gonna try to goad them into doing it, but one of the PCs hopefully no, they're not in chat. One of the NPCs is currently possessed by the ghost of Byron. Were you here when Lauren fireballed all the Blizzard folk guys who were just minding their own business, bringing some loot for the cult? Oh, you played a red wizard, yes. This is Wrath Modar and Asbara Jos from the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Oh, so you were an evil campaign. I guess the red wizards don't. Oh, so you were from Thay. So these are the red wizards that are not from, like, they're from Thay, but they're the exiled ones, not the ones that are playing, that are under Zastam. But it has been very cool. That's one of the things I'm learning. All the lore and stuff is hard to keep track of, especially given my job and all the other things I have to keep in my brain. But it is really cool when I learn something and I'm like, ooh, I can use this, especially the devils. That's what I've been very interested in. Red wizards from Thay wield a magical weave. They can shut down magic. That's nice. I don't have that in this one. That's not one of the things that they gave for the for Modar and Jos. And I agree. Well, I guess it depends on your outlook there. The red wizards are just misunderstood. Could be. These poses kind of look a little bit different now that he has a different expression. He would not stand like that though. Come at me, bro. No. Oh, 3rd edition. Well, at least the ones that I have currently in this particular module are just not. They're very powerful, so I'm interested to see how they work it, but they are also the exiled ones, so maybe they don't have that ability. They do have the ability to kind of get away really quickly if they need to. But yeah, if I were to draw this guy, he would have much more flowy robes. You wouldn't be able to see his very beautiful shoes. I've heard a lot. I don't think I've played 3.5. I think I played Advanced when I was about 9 or so. I skipped it. Look at these gorgeous stuff. We gotta do layers here. Beautiful. Alright, now I gotta figure out what color these. Probably just simple. There we go. Nothing crazy. Oops. I gotta go back. Oh no, wait, I don't, because they have this color picker now. It's wonderful. Oh no! Okay. We're just keeping it simple. Yeah, these robes would definitely go down and flow out more. So this gives me a good idea of like where to start if I were to give this guy a draw. Which I'm thinking, because we don't have anything settled for Thursday, I might actually draw on Thursday. Oh, I am Izzy, the DM of the NAT30s. And I do have... I'm over here. I'm over here! I have my personal avatar up to... We've got 8 seconds. See how it goes. Thank you, Lord Byron. I don't think we're gonna make it, though. Oh, thank you, Piracy. Thank you both. OMG, let's see how it goes. Alright, we're gonna start the battle. Yes, Izzy with an I. I'll know if you're saying it with a Y. Okay. Okay, let's start this battle. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh man, he gets us all at the same time. That's a problem. This is the closest we've come. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Come on, you can do it. We did it! Yay! I've tried to do this one like 4 times. Is that a mimic? Thank you, everyone. We did it! Alright, I let it do... I give the viewers most of the stuff, and then... Ooh, we got a berserker. You guys got stuff. Oh, that's okay. They killed the chest, I think. What's this one? Is this one very hard? I'm not gonna stay awake long enough for us to do that one. But let's see what I can get. I've got not a lot of gold. That's okay. Rolls though. I don't know. I don't know how to play this game. I'll be perfectly honest. I am winging it the entire time. What in the heck did I even get? I got something. That's fine. We did it! Hooray! I don't know what we did. We did it though, and yeah. If you bring up the devil again, oh, match the color of the devil onto some piece of armor, but not outclass. That's a great idea. Let's take a look at the devil in our baddies folder. We've got a little bit of gold, like randomly, that I threw on there for no particular reason. But this red color, red and black. I'm not married to any of the stuff that's on this, like anything could change or go or whatever. He's also wearing no clothes, so. Can I get that belt? I can't get the belt and the... Where the fuck? Did it not save? I thought I pressed yes. Okay. Whew. I can't get the belt and the what he's wearing down here. Let me see though, if I put something maybe in his ear, like if I put some, do you have ears? Yeah, this guy's got ears. I could make their ears the same shape. Because right now this is an elemental ear shape. I could put piercing in it or something. Let's see. I can have 2 piercings in that ear. Let's just see what it looks like. Anything can change. I don't know what is saving it without the color. But I could change his ears to be actual elemental ears instead, which is this type. And his hair could be like covering it, but the ears could be a little bit different color or have that like grayish color on the end. So I can do that. And we can have the earring. Oops. We can have the earring still up in his ear. He's a chain devil, so, you know, having some kind of linkage to that. And then if we save it, the nose ring, that's not very princely advisorly. So he's got a little bit of like discoloration to his ears that I could also add, but also it could just be that. But I think I'm going to try to find a good pose for this guy to draw out. And I'm not very good at drawing men, and I'm not very good at drawing demons, but I'll give it a try and see what happens, maybe on Thursday. Because I have had fun building out like Sea Hall and everything that has to do with Sea Hall. Also, the other bad guy that I really want to focus on is Erdnot's bad guy, which is actually her, a dwarf old lady named Miss Mila, who is the reason why his entire clan was destroyed. But she needs to be a little bit older, actually. You know what? I'm gonna change her face. Change her face while I can, while I remember. They're like an old lady face, an old person face. I don't want her to be like super old. Like, that's a bit much, I think. Ugh. Nope. But she's not smooth-faced, that's the thing. So she has a beard. She's got... So the thing with Miss Mila, she's leading a double life. So she sometimes has a beard, but then she doesn't want to have the beard. So that's why she's got these like mutton chop type things, is because she fancies herself a socialite. But she's not like super old, so do they have a not super old face? I mean, she is super old, but she doesn't have like cracked up all facial features. Yeah, I think that's why I chose whatever face it was I had before. I'm gonna go back to it. That one. But she's old. She's like 256 years old. She's like in her 60s. So this isn't going to be the most amazing like picture that I could use. I think if I were to print her and have her painted, then I would tell whoever paints her that make her look a little bit older. But so that's the thing with Miss Mila. She is a socialite in her second life, her other life that she's living. She's got almost like 3 lives. She is an elder in a court. She's an elder in a court where Erdnot's daughter lives in the town that she lives in. She is the leader of a mercenary group. Trying to make sure he doesn't hear me. Leader of a mercenary group that resulted in the death of his entire clan on purpose to try to like assimilate the Brew Bottle clan into the Lopebeard clan so that they could make money off of the Brew Bottle brews. And then once she got rich, she has a house in Afkatla where she does mystical kind of like illusionary magic, makes herself look a little bit different, has a lover who is actually the leader, one of the 3 top captains of her mercenary group there. 2 of the 3 actually know her identity. And she throws parties. She's got this mansion, and so she'll like travel from the small town to Athkatla, pretending to like telling the people at home, oh, I'm going to, you know, make sure all of our brews and our pastries and everything get sold. But meanwhile, she checks in with her mercenary group, and then she goes and lives it up in her little mansion and throws parties and stuff, making sure she looks a little bit different when she's there. So just in case one of the hillbillies from her town happens to come into Apkatla and happens to go to a party, which why would they, but just being safe. So she keeps it fairly clean because she just wants to be rich. She's kind of a sociopath, and she's got the little chops just to make things like not too suspicious at home. But when she's in Athkatla, she lives it up. She wears luxurious gowns, and her lover person is this person, Victoria, who I have not had time to like really build out. But I was mostly kind of messing around with what the Path's Shadow mercenary clothing looks like. But Victoria is the only one of two who knows her true identity. So I can only see her anyway. But yeah, that's who she's bunging, and who is part of her group there. So I think it will be really interesting when Erdnot finds out that the dwarf is the one who killed all of his other dwarfs. But you do not. But you have to be a subscriber in order to get this feature, which is the booth, the photo booth, where you can make tokens, or you can just do like a simple background and then capture it. You can also make tokens very quickly and easily for your game, which again is why I'm not, like, you can zoom in pretty close here and like reposition or whatever. That's why with like the whole terms of service thing, like, you're making it available for people to make tokens, but would we get in trouble for having it on stream? It just doesn't make sense. And then I had reached out to Hero Forge to see if they would like sponsor us so that we can like technically use some of their stuff without getting in trouble. And they said they would add us to their affiliate program. So so we're gonna find out more about that in the coming weeks. But in order to use this, it's $50 for the year, or you can do like $6 a month if you want to do monthly. I just paid the $50 for the year because I know I use these for like images and background images and things like that. You can make different things. You can change like the background. I don't think you can upload your own, but you can use the frames that they have, and I'm sure that they will be adding new frames you can do. That's a new one. These are new. Because I think there's been a lot more sci-fi games coming out recently that people are creating stuff for. To download, you just hit this. Oh, you can't see it. There is a capture. Bye, Lord Byron. Talk to you later. Check in with Brooke. Mess. Not Brooke. Brooke is fine. But anyway, capture. You can capture here, and it popped up on a thing you cannot see. You can change the resolution here. You guessed it, Byron. Not good. Not good. So you can change the resolution. You can change the backgrounds, and you can do a top-down token. So let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. So if you go to camera, you can do like, it'll set up the portrait for you. It'll pull it back if you want. You can do the top-down if you're using like the virtual tabletop where you like to have that top-down view. So whatever way you have arranged your characters. Let me go to our main characters. We've got Vidania, Arik, Abaddon, Nikki, Erdnot, and Zan. And then we had a flashback with a young Zan. So let's see, this is a good one. Go to Arik. So without the background, without the token thing, with his top-down view, it's pretty good. And you can move it around if you want. You can technically turn it. You can like kind of shift it if you want to have a little bit more of a, you know, isometric view. You can do these views if you get to use the really cool isometric maps. So, yeah, they have all of this going on. And it's either $6 a month, or if you do like just a full year's worth of stuff, it's $4 a month. Color, okay. Yeah, you can change the colors of the frames if you want. The whole palette here. But that's where, like, it's great, but that's where the question comes in of like, so I'll show one thing that I did. And now I'm wondering, actually it might not be available, but we'll see. I'm gonna go to our merch store. And now I'm wondering, stream chat there. I'm wondering if this thing that I drew will get me in trouble, because it's like technically based off of the character designs. Probably, but now I'm showing it here, so I should probably take it off, but this might be like the type of thing that they're talking about, where like if you designed it on their thing, but then you like draw it, is that technically, like, I changed some stuff and made them look a little bit different, but yeah, we're, you know, tiny stream with, you know, 10 people who watch us when we play a game. I don't know, but it was a one shot that we did a while ago, and I liked the characters, so I drew them, and there was only 3, so I don't know, who knows. But yeah, you can change these the frames, change the backgrounds if you want to have simple ones. I also use token stamp if you didn't want to use Hero Forge. There's this rolladvantage.com / backslash, I don't know which one it is, token stamp. So this one is really good too. This one is free. You just, you know, choose an image, upload. This is somebody else's art, but upload the image there, and then you can download the image, and it's free. And there you go. Forward slash token stamp. You can just download this after you've created it, and you can change the border if you want. It gives you a little preview. This is what I was using on Roll20. So. Yeah, definitely a forward slash. So if you didn't want to use Hero Forge because you're not sure if you're going to get, you know, sued for having their stuff on your shit, then you can use this token stamp for free, which is what I think most people use, because I see this this particular frame in a lot of places, and I don't think you can. I think order to. You might be able to change like some of the colors. You can change the. You can't change the red, but you can change the blue or the yellow, some other color. So it ends up working out pretty nicely. But yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're the same way. I mean, I would love to get, I don't have any like fantasy that we'll ever get to like 50 or 60 or 75 viewers. Like I would love to get to like 30 viewers. That would be great to have like 30 people who are like actively coming in and chatting and everything. One day. That's my goal personally. But yeah. Yeah. We usually have about 10 and probably half of them are us. So we might have like 4 or 5, which is fine. We're still gonna play either way, so we just figured we're playing, why not stream it? Other people are doing the same thing, and I think when things start to get back to normal, you'll probably see a lot of like people heading back to work and things getting back into a routine, and people are just gonna drop off. Where we're just gonna shift the way we were doing it, because we were doing Sundays from like 3 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll probably just go back to that because we were gonna play anyway. But we'll stream in James's studio instead. So you've been playing Among Us? There's so much backlog and we'll bundle. Yeah. I have just discovered Among Us. I have not streamed it yet, and I also discovered Phasmophobia, like I said. But yeah, there are a lot of people who watch Among Us, and it's very interesting because I don't know why. I don't know. I do play board games, not on stream. I'm looking over at my little board game pile. I would like to play again these board games when we get the studio set up, and maybe we can do that on Thursdays or something along those lines. I have a bunch that I've backed on Kickstarter that I'm gonna probably start getting over the next 6 to 8 months. And my dad was an avid gamer, hundreds, thousands of board games. They were coming even months after he died. So there are a bunch of board games I have from him, and then I've been collecting a few here and there. I don't have the addiction that he necessarily had. They've never played Resistance to Maybe. Yeah, so I've got like Diplomacy. I also have the original Hero Quest, which I backed on Hasbro's website and cannot wait for that. So like all these games I want to play when they yeah. Among Us is fun. But I'm just like, wow, there's so many people watching this game right now. It's very simple and great for the people who created it. They created something that's like simple and people wanna check it out. Yes. I'll just Google it. Is it on Kickstarter? Nope. Playing cartoon. Oh, it is. Okay. Atma will immerse you in a full-fledged RPG in 2 hours. Tarot-sized cards, quick setup, engaging play. I have to double-check and make sure there's no fly that committed suicide in my wine. It's red wine, so it can be tricky. One game master, 1 to 4 players, pick a stage, characters, 51 cards. Oh, you're meant to learn them as you play. Stages and characters can be replayed infinitely. Very nice. So is it done? Oh, hold on. Is it done? I'm always looking for new. Let's see if I can Google it. Not under this one though. Oh, it is under this one. Let's see. Here it is. Late pledge. Oh, you can late pledge. You might be able to paste links. I can't remember what my mod is set up. So, interlude, 4 characters, $40, act. Oh, that's it. There's just 2. That's not too complicated at all. Nice. Yeah, I have a Kickstarter problem, which I'm okay with it because I figure like most of these are small-time people who are trying to make a thing, and I'm helping them make that thing. And I have a couple people who are my pals who have used Kickstarter to create games. So yeah. Yeah, there have been so many games that I've backed in the past year, but I'm gonna save this one because I don't want to put my credit card info up on the screen right now. But yes, thank you for sharing this with me. I'm going to can I save somewhere? I'll just leave it up. Oh, there it is. Fucking save button right there. Okay. So, I am going to find someone to raid. Oh, you can test it. Hold on. I will still find somebody to raid while I am doing this. You know, with my 3 people. Oh, okay, so you can get a bunch of people and you can try to play it. Okay. This is good to know. I am going to bookmark this right now. If I get into it now, I will never stop. I need to create a new folder. Games. Here we go. Done. Technically I do have to work tomorrow. So let's find, thank you for sharing this. I am going to definitely check it out because my son is always like, but can you play a game? And so if I can learn this while showing him and keeping him entertained, that would be great. I'm gonna find somebody real quick to raid with our tiny group. How about we'll go to Dragons in the Dining Room, because why not? So, Parasite, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you have the opportunity to see us. I don't know what is going on in this screen right now with this guy. I hope you have the opportunity to see us play tomorrow or Saturday. As I mentioned, it's going to be a heavy RP fight, I would say. And we're here every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And thank you for hanging out. And I will jump over to your stream and make sure to do a follow so that I can see when you're playing as well. And maybe even jump into an Among Us game because, yeah. Lord, I know. Can you see the fly? Or is it just me looking like a crazy person? Probably. So, thank you. We'll raid Dragons in the Dining Room, and I'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's every time. We've got little fruit flies, and they love my wine. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. We're gonna raid.